Hey, what's up? It's Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. And in this video, we're going to just briefly talk about something that I'm seeing in the market with trade lines, specifically with authorized user trade lines. Something that have noticed is that it looks like there's an adjustment that was made by the credit card providers where they are not putting the information on like they used to within that first 30 days or 20-day period of time. It looks like they're making it, at least some, the ones that I've worked with, it looks like that they're pushing it out to be 3 months. And it would make sense if they're pushing out to be 3 months, because most trade line services who offer authorized user trade lines, they normally would do them for 3 months. So it looks like what they're doing is they're making that adjustment, and they're putting a dent in the trade line industry market, and then trying to maybe clean it up a little bit, because if it's considered, it's legal to do, but it's just not looked at the right way to piggyback on someone else's uh, credit credit card if you don't know them. But people have done it for years. There's been found out that there was senior communities where people went in there, and these seniors down in Florida were making additional income to be able to supplement their retirement. And it just seems that once a lot of people that normally would not be regularly benefiting, let's just put it that way, from these types of strategies and these types of, I call them quote unquote, secrets of the rich, that it seems like the industry, not the industry, but certain things started to happen, and they started to put a little bit more of an eye on it. Just in case you are new to credit, maybe new to the channel, or maybe just haven't heard about it before, people have been putting their family, friends, uh, outright selling them temporarily to people, authorized user trade lines where they put a person on their card, and even though that individual is on the card, the primary card holder is 100% responsible. So it's like they're trying to make a decision that you can't put someone on there just because it's going to allow you to make some money on the side, and it's going to benefit that individual, when, number one, no matter what happens with that card, if it's on the bad side, if that individual did something bad with the card, if it was like a relative, people who buy them don't actually get a card. But if that relative is to use the card, you would be 100% responsible. So it goes both ways. It just seems like when people started taking advantage of the benefit, utilizing the benefit of having the trade lines, and that it kind of got more widely known over the years. And yes, maybe some companies did abuse the process, that now it's kind of getting scrutinized. I could tell you when I say abuse the trade line system, it wasn't abuse by putting people on the trade, putting them on as an authorized user. Where the problem was that people who had bad credit were not taking the time to repair their credit first and then get in the trade line. It doesn't make no sense. It hurts you. The algorithm is going to read it and say there's no benefit, regardless of you having that fully seasoned trade line added. Maybe you might get a few points, but if you do it the right way, I've seen it happen where people got 100 to 150 points on some of the ones who have cleaned up their credit, gotten all of the negative issues either resolved or removed off the reports. Then you're going to see it jump to be where you want it to be. So you have to You just have to do it the right way. And I'm going to say this, some people may not care to hear it, but I'm going to just say it, is that it seems like when we start to go through difficult times in our country, is that the people who have figured out, little loopholes and little ways to advance themselves, it seems like that is the first group that seems to get, I don't want to say stepped on, but gets put where they start to, scrutinize for things that they're doing. I'm not talking about telling people to break the law. I'm not talking about telling people to do things that are wrong. I'm just saying that if something has been available, such as authorized user trade lines to boost up scores, to help make a person's credit report look better. And this is something that's been done for years, not just 5 years. It's not nothing new. This is something that's been done for years. And now certain segments of different communities start to take advantage of it, and then there seems to be some problems with it. That's what I don't like. So what I want to tell people, what I want to tell you, what I want to tell you to do is I want you to stand up, and I want you to continue fighting to get yourself where you want to be. Don't think that you got to wait till tomorrow. And when I say tomorrow, a lot of people put off things and they say, well, I'm going to work on this tomorrow, or I'm going to work on this next month. I'm going to work on this next year. No, you need to start working on stuff right now. You need to start making changes in your life right now. And if it's going to be, the first step needs to be on your credit. I'm just telling you straight up, man to man or man to woman, straight up. Everything is going to start with that report, because if you think about it, every advance that you try to do, job, start a business, buy a car, buy a house, get a credit card, job advancement, promotions, insurance for your car, insurance for yourself, health insurance, uh, all types of things. I just named off 10 of them. One thing is in common with all of them. One thing is in common with all of them, and that's that credit report. That's that credit report. Where are you with your credit report? How soon are you going to fix that so you can move forward in the future? Did you say you were going to get it taken care of 5 years later, and 5 years ago, and now 5 years later you're in the same position? And you might be saying, well, I've tried. Well, keep trying. You keep pushing. And it's not about trying to find some weird loophole or some weird letter. It's about confronting what's on your reports and going right at it. And if you want to know the A to Z on it, is some stuff needs to be removed because it's just 100% inaccurate and unfair, the way that it's showing. The company placed it on there the wrong way. I just did a video with Hyundai Credit where they have been just reporting inaccurately for 4 years in a row on individuals' credit reports. And they just now got fined $19.2 million on that. That information needs to be removed, but that's just step one. Step two is, what are you going to do about the information that is proven? What is your strategy to deal with that? Is it just going to be to just not answer the phone? Is it going to be to just say that it's not you, that show me a contract and all that stuff? No, it needs to be to confront them with making them provide you the information. Was the account sold? Is the account still with the original creditor? What are you going to do to deal with that account? That's where when with credit repair, I'm just going to be just straight up with you. With credit repair, this is where the biggest problem comes, is when people start to think that all they're going to do is just run forever instead of confronting. We got files of people right now that have went through the process for 3 months, and then we got to a point and we said we need to start approaching about settlements, and let's do them 1, 2, 3 at a time. Can you do it in 1 month? Can you do it over a few months? Regardless of how long it takes, It can be done over a period of time, and you will see the process. And yes, it's going to be stressful, and it's going to be, it might even be financially painful during that process. But I can tell you, when you get on the other side, you're going to be like, I'm glad I did it, because everything else is going to be downhill and easy after that. You just have to be willing to do it. And you have to be willing to let go of things that happened to you in the past. Stop letting negative stuff just pop up in your head because you're always afraid of failure. How about just putting failure off to the side and saying, okay, if this set part fails, there's a new plan. And then if that one fails, there's a new plan. That's the way that I approach life. That's the way that you should approach life. There's never failure, ultimate failures. What it is ultimate lessons. Failures are lessons on what you need to do to change when you approach it the next time. See, what most people do, and what you're probably doing if you're in this situation, is that you approach the new idea with the same information, the same strategy, nothing changed. And then you're wondering, why are you failing? Why are you not able to advance when you have another person advancing? One part of it, I can tell you, one huge part of it is that your mindset makes you fail. Like, you put into the atmosphere, you put into the universe what you expect, and you expect to fail. Like, you just picture it. You just want it to happen. And I see this a lot with people, and especially when times get tough, people start to have those thoughts in their mind. They look at the news, they look at all of these different things. Now we have YouTube where they're talking about the doom and gloom and the stock market and the housing crash and all of this stuff. And you just eat that up, just like eating some bad food. You just eat that up, and it just ruins you on the inside. It ruins your mind, your thought process. You wake up in the morning, you don't even want to get out of bed. So what are you going to do to change? What are you going to do to change? Because no matter what you try to do to work on things, if you don't change on the inside, the stuff on the outside isn't going to change. If you wake up every morning that you are a person whose credit is getting better and better and better, even before it actually shows that it's better, guess what's going to happen for you? Your credit's going to get better, because what you say to yourself and what you have as an idea in your mind, and you say it over and over and over and over again, that must materialize. That's just the way that the universe is put together. That's just the way it is. And if you want to test it, all you have to do is wake up every morning and say that you're nothing but a piece of whatever. Say that to yourself every day when you wake up. Say that your credit is just the worst credit on the planet. And the thing about it that's crazy is that I've had people that told me they didn't even want to call. They just put it on the live chat that my credit is so bad that I don't even want to try to fix it. That they actually have that. So just think, waking up every morning and that person says that to themselves. Where do you think that person is going to be in 5 years? Where do you think that person is going to be in 10 years? Where do you think that person is going to be in 20 years? And then what's going to ultimately happen? This happens for everybody. I don't care who you are. You're going to wake up one day when you're older, and you're going to say, why did I worry so much about what people thought? Why did I worry so much about failure? Why did I worry so much about all of that stuff? When you get to a point in your life when you're older and you know that all of that stuff was nothing but just thoughts, and that you control your outcome. But some people don't learn the lesson. Some people, I don't know. That's why we have different levels of everything in our world, is because some people don't understand that their mind, their thought, everything starts right there. One good example, this here. Do you think that this just appeared, this calculator, that it just put itself together and appeared? It was in somebody's mind. Even the shape of it to have this angle on there was in somebody's mind. Now, there's flat calculators. So stop being so outside thinking, where you allow people to tell you how you need to be and what you need to do and how you need to feel.
New visitor.
Start with a goal, and then you feed yourself how you want to feel. You tell yourself that. And then you do the things, the actions will come afterwards. The thought is first, the actions are after. What I see a lot of people do when they're trying to fix their credit or trying to raise their score, they have all these ideas, is they don't even know that they're taking the idea from the outside, putting it in on it, mixing it inside with their thoughts, and it's all scrambled. And when it mixes with their thoughts are all negative. So the idea was good that was given to them. The idea to repair your credit and use this process to do it, that's solid. But when it got inside to them, all their internal thinking is nothing but a mess. It's just full of negative. You know, it's like one relationship to another. It doesn't matter how good the person is on that you're in the next relationship with if you haven't changed. You know, some people will be like, I never find a good person to be with, and they don't even take into account who is the one person that's always with all of these different people. It's you. So is it the people, or could the problem be you? A lot of people don't get that. They don't get that. But that cuts across the board with everything. It's not just about relationships. It cuts across with the way you handle your money. It cuts across with everything. So I hope that this was some helpful information. If you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes Us Different. See my 8-point validation process and my 2-phase settlement process. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com. Links are all below this video, every link. If you have debt collectors coming after you, grab my 3-pack of letters, statute of limitations letter, debt validation letter, cease and desist collection activities letter. You'll only need to use one of those letters. The instructions are in the when you do the download. I do ask for a donation on that, and because it can literally save you frustration, time, hundreds, if not even thousands of dollars. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe to the channel. Please post your questions and comments. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and Founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.